Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jessie and today I'm doing my May wrap-up.
Reading, writing, no arithmetic. Reading, writing, I am bad at math.
So the first book I read in May is called Arcon. It's a angel demon type book. I didn't really like it. It's basically like a retelling of, the good angels and bad angels, and this girl is basically fated to be one of them. Like, she's the reincarnation of one of the three archangels, and it had potential, but I just was like, I didn't really love it. And that's saying a lot coming from me. I'm like a sucker for this kind of stuff, but overall the execution wasn't very good. It just kind of trailed off. There were a lot of extra characters that were unnecessary. There was girl hate. There was like poorly represented ideas of, modern witchcraft. I don't know. It was just, I didn't like it. So I'm moving on now. The next book I read was The Novice by Taryn Matheru. This is the first book in the Summoner series. I adore this book so much. I have green markers for all the places that make me happy, one blue mark because an animal died, but it was so good. This is basically about a boy named Fletcher who finds out that he has the ability to summon demons, and it's a kind of a rare characteristic of people in this time period. And so he ends up going to this academy where he meets a lot of friends who are also able to do that. And basically the purpose of the academy is to train to join the Inquisition, which is a government agency sort of thing that takes on the orcs. You know what, I'm really bad at explaining things, but basically he goes to school and he trains to be part of the army, and however well you do in school determines how you get placed in the army. And it takes place in kind of like sort of medieval-ish times. Like if you've ever played the Fable games, it's like that period of time. And actually a lot of elements in this book remind me of the Fable games, and those are like my favorite games ever. So I just really enjoyed this, and the main character Fletcher has such a great relationship with his familiar, and it just makes me so happy. Like, I cannot gush enough about this book. I loved it so much. The next book I read this month was Hush Hush by Becca Fitzpatrick. I was in the mood for angel crap, so I picked this up, and it was alright, I liked it. It wasn't trying to be anything that it's not. It was just light and fluffy and just blah 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 blah. So yeah, I read it, I enjoyed it, and it was good times. The next book I read was part 2 in the Hush Hush series, and that is Crescendo. Absolute garbage. This is a trash can. This is a literal trash can. Go ahead and throw your garbage right in here, because this was horrible. I think I mentioned in my book haul that I'm still going to be continuing with this series. I do own the last 2 in it as well, so I'm gonna finish it. But let me just say, if it keeps on going the way this did. The next book I read was The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. Super excited because I have been wanting to read this for a super long time, and I finally did, and I absolutely love it. I really loved it. And I have some emotion markers in this one, so that's how you know it's, good for me, because I don't use those if nothing happens that makes me feel things, so yeah. I also listened to 4 audiobooks, the first being Why Not Me by Mindy Kaling, the second being I Hate My Selfie by Shane Dawson, and the third being Illuminae by Jay Kristoff and Amy Kaufman, and the fourth being Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. The last 2 I didn't really like. I'm gonna be honest. I know everybody loves Six of Crows, but I just didn't really enjoy it. Illuminae, same thing. I didn't really enjoy it. It's just not for me. However, the autobiographies that I listened to I really liked, and anything that's read by the author and is somebody that I like, I'm gonna enjoy the audiobook, so there's that. Okay, so those are all the books that I read in May. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!